Welcome to the Manuchehri Show, where energy and medicine meet. I will be your host for the next hour. I have over 19 years of healthcare experience and began my career as an energy medicine practitioner while working as an oncology nurse at a Seattle area hospital. My skill in moving energy combined with my medical background have been a catalyst for change in many people's lives. I hope the next hour will be transformative for you as well. Good morning and welcome to the Manuchehri Show. We're live in the Seattle area. Benny and my assistant Jen are in the studio proper in Bellevue, and I'm in Bothell in my home office, taking your calls, answering your questions, giving you insight, whatever you might need for the day. We hope everyone had a wonderful new year, that it was safe and
Happy New Year! Yeah, yippee for 2023.
I think 2023 is going to be really, really good. Astrologically speaking, everyone. I'm not an astrologer, but astrologically speaking, 2023 is the change of us moving into the Aquarian age. You know, Pluto is going to finally move into Aquarius. It's been in Capricorn for over 20 years. And depending on where Capricorn is in your chart, then you get to find out how, you know, what's been sitting on you for a very, very long time. Yeah, mine was in my 6th house. So work and body and things like that. Luckily, I have a really healthy body, but, you know, I've broken a few bones over the last couple 20 years, a few times.
Yeah, you're healthy enough to recover so quickly. I think that's
isn't
that's
that
a bonus.
Nice?
Yeah,
it's really nice. Yeah. But it's going to be moving into Aquarius, which is the sign of humanitarian prospects, about the people, not about corporations and governments. It's about the people. So I think we can even see in our recent House of Representatives who's on the Aquarian side and who's still kind of stuck in the Capricorn side. You know, Pluto, when it goes into Saturn, it's in the sign of Capricorn. I know you're a Capricorn, Benny. This isn't about you. It's not affecting
you. Because I was just going to accept full responsibilities for a lot of things, but I don't think I have to now.
Because people who are in the high vibration of Capricorn are extremely empathetic and, you know, do all the right things, dot every I, cross every T. They have great responsibility. So anyway, it's supposed to get really, really good, including astrologists have predicted that the pandemic will significantly decrease by this spring. So we'll see if the astrologers that I follow have been correct in their predictions. Yeah. So did you have fun on New Year's Eve?
Yeah, we crushed it. I was actually talking to Jen over this weekend on, she was just filling in too on what happened. So I crushed the pillow that I fell asleep on before New Year. So that's basically what I did, because that's how I pull in the new year, trying to make up for lost time and falling asleep at 9:30. At 9:30. A bonus though, a bonus. I did wake up at 11:30. So I was able
you got to bring in the new year.
Yeah. Just needed a little cat nap. It's okay.
Yeah.
We're all good.
Love it. I was in North Carolina with my daughter Misha and her husband Seth and the baby Flory. We all went to bed at like 8:30 Eastern time because we were all really, really tired. But the food in North Carolina, I am still salivating over all the delicious food we ate. Like, I even wanted to go back to this one restaurant, but we didn't have time. The food was just incredible. So if you live in North Carolina, you're very lucky. Your food is amazing. And so should we start taking calls?
Sure. You didn't want to give a quick little shout out to the place you ate at?
You know me, I don't remember names.
Oh, okay.
You know,
well,
I just don't. I see everything as energy, not as the logical name. I see everything as energy.
Right, that's all good. I'll go. Although yesterday there was another a major event. It was my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
It was my birthday.
Well, happy birthday, Vinny.
Thank you very much.
We wish you, an amazing birthday year.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Bye-bye, Capricorn. See you later. That's basically it.
Bye-bye, Pluto, sitting in Capricorn, moving into Uranus, actually, which is Aquarius.
So detailed. That's why you're here listening into the Manuchehri Show. So 877-825-8828 for the number, and we'd love to have you. We'll start things off with Vincent calling in from Oklahoma. Hi, Vincent.
Oh.
Hi, Marie.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Thanks for taking my call.
Of course, my kids who moved to North Carolina were living in Oklahoma, so I've been there many, many times visiting.
Oh, nice. Yeah, mixture of weather here, but overall pretty good energy, and yeah, it's a good place to
Great.
live.
So what can I do for you?
Yeah, so I'm wanting your thoughts on my chakras and everything. My health issues that I have are like daily anxiety. I have a lot of seems to be issues in my solar plexus and the entire left side of my body, and all kind of seems to be connected.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of wanted your direct thoughts on that and seeing if you can maybe speak to my chakras and how they look and all that.
Yeah, so I already drew out your chakra system. It actually looks lovely. You're taking in tons of energy into the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the sixth, and the seventh. So anxiety for the majority of the population has everything to do with people listening to their minds and not learning to manage their mind, which is extremely important. And when we don't manage our mind and we get caught up in fear and worry, it activates the adrenal glands, which puts us more in fight or flight. And really your stomach, even though it is taking an energy, your solar plexus is, but I think you have a lot of allergies. So, and when I say that, I don't mean it like, do I want you to go to a doctor? And of course, I love all forms of medicine and all forms of healing. Do I want you to go to a doctor and be tested? No, I don't. I would prefer that you avoid certain allergy causing foods like dairy and wheat. And I think you've had allergies since you were a small kid, actually. I think you're just a sensitive person. And so certain foods just are not the best for sensitive people. So do you think you'd be willing, or have you already cut those foods out of your diet?
I haven't yet, but I'm willing to. I've been in discomfort for quite a while now, so I'm pretty much willing to do or try anything. So
that's great. Yeah. So do you worry a lot about things that aren't even here, that haven't even happened? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe worry might be an interesting word for that. Definitely thinking a lot.
Okay.
Probably overthinking.
Right. So just know that when we are thinking about fearful and or negative things, that's worry. That is what worrying is. And when you do that, and you spend a lot of time there, you're super smart, you're very conscientious, you care about others, and you worry about a lot of things. But when you do that, you're shifting the vibration of your energy, your entire subatomic particles. So let's just think of like a big part of your body is like this panel of energy. And when you're in worry and fear, you're lowering the vibration, the frequency of your particle mass, and then you're attracting uncomfortable situations that are in alignment with that vibration. So it's going to be very important for you to learn to manage your thoughts. And you've probably heard me say this before, but I think we should treat our brains like the way we treat dogs, domestic pets, right? Like Charles is right here at my side. Early this morning, I had to take out the garbage, and there was somebody actually by their car in my cul-de-sac, and usually nobody's out there when I'm taking out the trash at 6:45 in the morning, but there was somebody out there, and I don't have Charles on a leash, so I had to Charles, go in the house, because I didn't want him to go up to someone and scare them. He's a big dog, he has a big bark, so he needs constant management. So you need to, all of us, every single human being on the planet, this is what's helping us to expand our consciousness and to move in higher levels of the truth of who we are, our real magnificence, is to learn to manage our brain so that we can use it for what it was created for, which is just logical things. It's just the logical things that we have to do in a physical reality, like put gas in our car, eat food, make sure we have the right clothes on, that we have our glasses or contacts on, or whatever we need to do to function in a third dimensional space. So does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. I'm also starting to journal and all that to get all my thoughts out, and so hopefully that will help too. But yeah, that all makes sense.
So here's what I want you to start doing is I want you to start resting in the lower half of your body, as far away from your brain as possible. Start to feel your feet, wiggle your toes, allow that movement of energy to distract you from your brain. And maybe say to yourself, you know how much I love what if questions. What if everything is working out for me? What if everything is working out for me? And if you have to repeat it 1,000 times throughout the day, who cares? You just do it silently in your mind, because it will keep you in alignment. It will keep the subatomic particles moving in a beautiful frequency and vibration, so you can attract what you really, 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 really deserve. Right?
I like it. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Totally agree.
Okay. But I'm not worried about your health. Your energy looks great. The only place where you have it's kind of a leak, it's a pass through, is the fifth chakra. And that's just about saying how you feel about things, letting people, even if it pisses them off or they don't like it. I think it's incredibly imperative that we share our real feelings. Otherwise, how are people ever going to get to know us? And how are we going to be able to attract what we want or make decisions that are in our best interest if we are, in that overly empathetic state and constantly taking care of everyone else?
That makes sense. Makes sense.
Okay, good,
right.
good. Well, thank you, and have a beautiful day in Oklahoma.
Thank you.
All righty.
Right, thanks very much, Vincent from Oklahoma. 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 Okay. My parents are from there. Had to give them a little shout out.
Wow.
Yeah.
My mom was born there too, actually.
I think we talked about this. They're from Duncan and Stillwater area. I don't know if.
Well, Misha was living in Stillwater.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because she was
college.
teaching at the university. Yeah.
But
yeah, my mom was born in Oklahoma because one of her relatives was actually a Cherokee Indian that lived on the reservation. And so when they moved off the reservation, I think it was her grandmother. Yeah, my great grandmother. Yeah.
Fantastic. Cool.
Yeah.
877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show, or you can visit more information about her online at energyintuitive.com. And let's take now Jill from North Carolina, where you just were. So that'll be fun. Hi, Jill.
Hi.
Hi, Jill. How are you?
Great. Marie,
I had the best mashed potatoes with parsnips ever in my life. It was so delicious. I mean, it was so good. So, yeah. What can I do for you?
Just put that in there.
Yeah, we do have some really good places to eat here.
No kidding.
I was calling about my little cat, Fran. I just found out that she's been diagnosed with a metastasized carcinoma in her chest. Mm-hmm. And she's it's not really treatable. She said we could try, some chemotherapy. And I just wanted to know what your take was, because I really want her to enjoy what time she has left. And
I know that's so nice of you. Most animals do not want chemotherapy. They don't like the way it makes them feel. They don't like the side effects. They just don't like it. And animals don't have the issues that we have about death and dying. They're very comfortable with it. They look into the multisensory, especially cats. Cats are super psychic. And they look into the multisensory world all the time. The only thing that she wants is to be comfortable. She goes, just let me eat whatever I want. Let me be comfortable so that I can leave the planet. But she's not really, she doesn't want to leave the house and go to some strange facility. It makes her nervous. She doesn't want to have chemicals in her body. She's okay with dying. So how do you feel about that?
Well, that's what I told the vet, but I just wanted to make sure that I kind of feel like I'm giving up, by not doing anything. And I want.
Well, chemotherapy, although it has helped many, many people around the world, thank gosh, thank goodness, thank creation, thank God. I'm so happy that it has. But I also believe that we're smarter than chemotherapy. Like that we, as a group of human beings, and I was an oncology nurse, as most people know, that there are many other solutions that we can, manifest and create so that people can heal in different ways. So people have more options and choices. And I've seen just a lot of people die of the side effects of chemotherapy. I also have seen some people survive as well, but I worked in a very intense in-house unit. So what I'm trying to say here is that you're not giving up. Your animal had already pre-decided that it wanted to leave the planet. It wanted to die of a disease as well. When souls are leaving Earth, they're making a decision about how and when they leave the planet. And so advanced carcinoma is challenging to treat, which the veterinarian explained with you, with what we have in modern medicine today.
Yeah. Okay.
So you might want to look for some holistic remedies, so that you can feel like you're partaking in something that's helpful. You might want to look for some holistic remedies that don't cause side effects for animals that could be really effective for them. I would do that and consider that, since your cat will be happy with those type of treatments.
Okay.
Okay. But
Okay.
just know that she's ready to cross, and you'll have new animals in the future. I know you're not ready for that right now, but you will.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. We're sending your cat and your entire family lots of love and energy and preciousness. We truly are.
Yeah, thanks, Jill, from calling from the North Carolina area, 877-825-8828. We'll take one more before our first break of the hour, and it'll be Anna calling from the Seattle area, local gal. Hi, Anna.
Hello, good morning, and Happy New Year.
Hi, thanks, you too.
Happy New Year. Hi, Anna. What can I do for you?
Thank you. So to make a long story short, a couple of months ago, I started online dating.
Ooh.
And yes, it's been so much fun going on lots of dates and
Right?
meeting different people. Yeah.
Right.
And I've been open to a lot of new experiences and people, but there might be a couple of dangerous ones who have appeared. And I was just wondering if I did receive some threatening messages from one person who I talked to for about a week. And
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if I'm in any danger right now.
I don't think so, but did you block them? Did you block them and
Yes, I
report them
did.
to the dating site? I would
didn't
report them to the dating site. I think that's important so they can get those people off. But yeah, there are catfishy type people, you know, on the online dating world. I know lots of people who've experienced those type of interactions. So I would just block. I don't feel like you're in danger, but if you have like an alarm in your home, change the code, you know, just do some little things that make you feel safe. But that person probably doesn't know where you live, hopefully, things of that nature. Does that make sense?
Well, I didn't reveal where I live, but I think
Okay.
that he's been investigating me a little bit. He kind of indicated that, and he says he's done it to others as well. And so I just don't know. I will do that thing with the security stuff.
Yeah. And I would since he's threatened you to come to your house, I would also notify the police. I think that's important, right? If someone's
Okay.
threatened you to come to your home and cause you bodily harm, they need to be reported. Even if they're doing it as a prank or a joke,
Yeah.
I think they need to be reported. So I think you should call the police and tell them.
Yeah, or if you begin the process, they may be offering some more suggestions too on what you can do.
Sure.
to
Yeah, they
protect
might have some
yourself, too.
better
Right.
ideas or drive around your house, make you feel better.
Mhm.
You know, I don't think this person actually is going to take action, but I think you need to take action so that they stop harassing and terrorizing people.
Okay, thank you. And then do you see anyone who is worth focusing on, or should I just continue as is, just enjoying?
Well, you have a significant leak in your heart chakra. So that's the vortex, you know, in the center of the chest. It governs breast tissue, lungs, heart muscle. You have a big leak. So it's going to be hard to attract a healthy, viable partner until you start to receive more positive energy in your chest. So I think you need to do a lot of self-love work. Have you done any of that?
Yeah, I thought I was improving in that a lot, and I haven't had heart chakra leaks before when I've called you. So
yeah, you have one right now.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
so when you do self-love, what's your protocol, or what do you do that makes you gain that knowledge that you know that you love yourself? Like, what happens for you?
Well, I have sort of like a practice where when I look in the mirror, I say an affirmation. I look into my eyes and say some loving words. And then I also, like in the morning when I've been waking up, I've been just kind of like listing the things I appreciate and just sort of encouraging myself.
I love that. I love all of those. I want you to keep doing those as well. And what needs to happen, and it can take a little bit of work sometimes, is that you feel that love that you have for others towards yourself. You want to get into the place where you are just madly in love with you. And as I'm saying that to you, the leak is starting to shift. The energy is starting to go back into the heart chakra. Yeah. So if there's anyone that you love, whether it's a pet or a human being or part of the world, you know, that you love, like I love the water in Greece, especially on the Planka is my favorite. Yeah, it's so beautiful. Just like I loved those mashed potatoes in North Carolina. So if you can think about if you can have feelings of love towards yourself, that's your goal. That's really what self-love is. It's a feeling of yourself. It's unconditional about you, towards you.
Okay.
Okay.
My intuition, is my intuition sharp enough right now to be weeding out the bad guys, or do I need to?
Well, I think first of all, we need to change the language. They're not bad. guys. What you want to do is like say beautiful prayers, like, thank you, creation, for assisting me in attracting all people that are in my highest good, if that makes sense.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. And self-love is going to help a lot, because we can't attract people to love us until we love ourselves, right? It's really challenging to do that. So you have to really love yourself.
Okay, I will get to work on it. Thank you, Marie.
Okay, thank you, and good luck. We wish you good luck out there in the online dating world.
Yeah, and thanks, Anna. And you creepy people, you stay away from her. She's nice. She's good people. Come on.
I know, she's so sweet.
Come
she's
on.
Precious.
All right. And we'll protect you. We'll protect you.
Oh, you're so sweet, babe.
877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show, our first break of the hours right now. So we'll take that and we'll be right back with more from Marie.
Manifesting techniques are extremely powerful and rewarding and actually work. But what makes them work better and faster is running your energy at a very high vibration. I will begin to teach a brand new course beginning on April 19th. This is an 8-week course at a much lower fee than my 12-week coaching courses, called Shift Your Vibration and Manifest. Well, you will learn incredible manifesting tools while you practice raising your vibration and allowing the things that you desire to come into your life effortlessly. This will be such a fun, fast-paced course that we will be delighted and inspired by all the wonderful things that people will create during this 8-week time period. You don't want to miss this. I don't want to miss it. I can't wait. Sign up now at energyintuitive.com.
Have something important to say? Want to help improve our world? Need to promote your business uniquely and effectively? KKNW is the answer. Our staff helps broadcasters and podcasters create professional sounding audio. Bring your talent and let our experts help you craft a radio show or podcast that best delivers your message. Learn more at 1150kknw.com. That's 1150kknw.com. KKNW, talk variety that's live and local.
Hello, I'm super excited to be teaching my very first 8-week course all about your spirit guides, titled Come Meet Your Spirit Guides. It will be a fabulous, fun-filled 8-week course of delight through which we will encounter your devoted guides. Unlike my small coaching classes, this is brand new. We will have a much larger class open to many students and available for a much lower fee. Students will have access to a magical learning page that will include a welcome video, access to the course workbook, weekly course recordings and greetings, as well as some more magic or bonus type content. This class will kick off on February 6th. Visit the online courses tab of energyintuitive.com for more information and to secure your spot. I can't wait for you to meet your spirit guides.
Alternative Talk 1150. It's good for what ails you. This statement has not been evaluated by the FDA.
Every day can be a better day despite the challenge. All you gotta do is...
And welcome back to the Marie Manuchehri Show. We're live here in the Seattle area. And all of these radio shows turn into podcasts, so you can listen to them whenever you want. There are hundreds of them on my website at energyintuitive.com. And I just finally made decisions about going to Greece again this year. So we will be leaving again to do a beautiful week-long retreat in Greece, end of June through the first part of July, 7 days of Qigong, we're renting a different villa, a main villa that we always stay in. We're going to continue to use. That's where I'll teach from as well, and where we eat the majority of our meals. But we're renting a second villa that's also on the ocean. So everyone who's attending will have an ocean view room, and have access to the ocean, which is really, really, really exciting. But we'll be putting up all of that information onto the website this week or early part of next week. We'll get everything up there so you can register for our wonderful class. And we're going to work on, of course, my favorite thing is always manifesting, but through the act of self-love, which is like super important to really learn how to fall in love with yourself, because everything happens after that. you love yourself and everything good happens. And falling deeper in love with yourself is also critical and important. So anyway, it's going to be really, 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 really fun. We're going to go to Greece again. And of course, I'm sure you've already heard the commercial, but that spirit guide class, which begins on February 6th. Come meet your spirit guides. It's really all about getting to know yourself and being deep inside yourself, because that's where your spirit guides exist, is inside your cellular memory and your DNA, deep within your body. So you definitely want to sign up for that class. It's 8 weeks. It's going to be a lot of fun and help you move into that multi-sensory, powerful aspect of who you are. So who do we have next?
Sure, we'll take Cindy calling in from San Diego. Hi, Cindy.
Hi Marie. Hi, Benny.
Hi, Cindy. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I've actually called in before, and about a year ago, and I've been working on raising my vibration and managing my mind like a dog. And I just wanted to see what you see. Yes, I've been taking it very seriously, and wanted to see what you think as I step more into my intuitive career this year.
Sure. Well, first of all, have you noticed changes in your life since you've been, working so diligently at managing your mind and your vibration?
Yeah. I just have like an overall feeling of just more optimism. Like I've noticed when I wake up in the morning, just like that baseline has shifted up, and it's feeling really good. I'm feeling really optimistic. So yeah.
Good. Congratulations. I'm very, very happy for you. Very, very happy. So what is it that you want? Because that's, everyone has desires, and we're meant to manifest what we desire here in the physical realm. So what do you want?
Yeah, good question. I just want to continue, raising my vibration, raising my consciousness, stepping into, my true nature, who I really am, and then stepping more into sharing my intuitive and healing abilities to help others connect with who they truly are. So that's sort of what excites me.
Great. That's a great answer. And your 6th chakra, which is the third eye, looks fantastic, looks beautiful, looks wonderful, looks amazing. So everything's in excellent function. Do you have this tendency to worry about people, or as you're trying to help them or thinking about helping others, do you lower your vibration regarding that?
Well, helping others.
You become overly empathetic is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that's something I'm working on, is the worry, doubt, that. I think it's gotten a lot better. But I wonder what you see there.
Yeah. So that's what came up for me, is that, and it's understandable when people are having a hard time, the people who can truly help others in the world and who are really good at it are compassionate. They care about others, but you have to learn to not be in the vibration of worry, because if you are, you're going to really lower down to their frequency or closer to their vibration. And all the solutions that we desire are in high frequency and high vibration. So you're going to actually get better evidence and support to help them, and suggestions when your energy is elevated. So you can spend a few moments in that, oh, I'm sorry this happened to you, or whatever. And then you got to bing. And probably one of the best ways to do that is to remember that they are incredible beings of light, that they are profound creatures of the divine, that they can create and manifest whatever they want in their life. And holding that vibration for them, I think, will make you very successful in your craft, in your work.
Awesome. Thank you. And I was working on my heart chakra. Is there still a leak there?
No leaks. No leaks in the 4th. You're taking energy into the 1st, the 3rd, which is really good. The 4th, the 6th, and the 7th. You have a moderate leak in the 2nd chakra, which is what led me to that place where you lower your vibration when you hear people's stories, and you can do that for a minute, but then you have to you have to get back up. It's almost like, because I know you want to use more of your intuitive abilities, and intuition doesn't worry. It doesn't have fear. It's very neutral. So to get back into that vibration and frequency, you have to let go of that place. Does that make sense?
It does. It does.
Oh,
It makes a lot of
I'm so
sense.
glad. And then you're going to get inspiration. That's how we can help other people, is we get inspired by, wonderful opportunities or ideas that are different. In fact, the woman that I was speaking to earlier about um, her cat could actually have some recovery or live longer than she was originally, projected based on the diagnosis from some holistic remedies. And when you find something that is helpful, you're going to feel your energy expand. You're going to feel yourself move into a higher state of neutrality, not the expansion of forced, high kind of erratic optimism, but from a place of calm, relaxed, high frequency.
Awesome. Yeah, that makes
Okay.
a lot of sense. Thanks, Marie.
Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. Have a beautiful day.
You too.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks very much for joining us. And let's travel now to Kirkland, Washington, just right over
Oh.
here. We have Miranda joining us. Hi, Miranda.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Miranda, you're just minutes
Hi.
away from me.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I'm very close to you. Happy
What
New
can I
Year
do
to you
for
both.
you? Pardon?
Happy New Year to you both.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Happy New Year. What can I do for you?
So I am working on embracing my magnificence per your advice.
Okay.
And so I've been really kind of similar to some other callers today. I've been really working on getting out of my mind into the lower half of my body and loving myself more.
Mm-hmm.
And my guides, I know, have been sending me lots of guidance, lots of messages that I'm on the right track.
Yeah.
But just a simple question today. I just am wondering if they have a what if question for me in terms of this process I'm going through, and any advice on that?
Sure. Have you had a recent loss? Which could even be a move or a job. It doesn't have to be the death of someone or something, but have you had a recent loss? Because you do have a significant leak in your first chakra.
Mm. Yeah, well, I guess it's you could say it's kind of like a loss of the fear, kind of a loss of self as I'm going through this transition.
Mm-hmm. I love that. That's actually one of my favorite losses, by the way,
Yeah.
because you have to let go of who you think you are or who you thought you were so that you can become more of who you truly are. So is this loss like you're afraid you're going to lose friends, or has that already happened?
Well, I came to know something really big about so I had a session with you and you told me that there was a relationship aspect to what I was going through. And I realized that it was my mom, and that kind of even though, I still have her in my life, that feels like a loss to me too. So I think that's kind of all rolled into this whole kind of like transformation and realizing that I do have to move away from who I was and into this new being. So,
and you can still love people and, have them in your life in ways that are healthy and fun for you, right? Like we don't have to cut off our extremities to actually have a lot of growth, but we have to be true to ourselves. Like, how much time are we going to spend with individuals? What's our limit?
Right. Boundaries.
And I think your mom is more of a clutches you, and
yes,
she has more of that vampire energy, so she doesn't want you to move an inch away from her, even though it's more metaphoric than actually, because I don't think you guys live close to each other. But so I'm sorry, that's really hard. But can you stop thinking about your mom? Because here's what I'm seeing is, since you brought it up, is that you're more worried about her or the circumstances around not being as close, and you're not sending yourself positive energy. So, and this is something that I think all empathic people have to learn to do, is that we have to stop over nurturing other people and actually send energy to ourselves. We're trying to make everyone, it's almost like if everyone's okay, then I can grow and I can expand and I can be my own, divinity. But that's not true, actually. So could you, and you're doing it already as we're talking, which is really great, just start sending love and energy to yourself.
Okay. Yeah, because I do a loving kindness meditation, and sometimes I'll send because the revelation made me realize how kind of emotionally impoverished her life has been, which is really sad for me. But I can, in those
But your mom
meditations,
but your mom doesn't really understand that to the degree that you do, so a lot of empathic people have a lot of awareness and a lot of consciousness, and they project things onto people that don't even exist for them. So, I mean, your mother's kind of stuck in victim consciousness. These are all of her own issues. You already are extremely kind and compassionate towards her. I would love for you to do that love and compassion thing for yourself.
Okay.
And see what happens. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
And do you have any what if questions for me?
Ooh. What if I send as much love to myself as I do the rest of humanity?
Okay. All right.
Okay. Okay. And I
Great.
think you're going to have some cool career changes coming up. Some very cool.
So
Yeah. I'm excited for you.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Have a great day.
Yeah. Thanks, Miranda, for joining us from the local area, Kirkland, Washington, 877-825-8828. Let's take one more before our last break of the hour, Marie, and we'll take now Alex calling in from the Orlando area. Hi, Alex.
Hi.
Hi, Alex. How are you?
Good, and you?
I'm lovely. Thank you. I bet Florida is like the perfect temperature right now.
It is. It's like 70 something and it's cloudy and it's just wonderful.
I got to get my kids somebody to move to Florida so I can go visit them during the holidays in Florida.
You weren't that far. You were just in North Carolina. Just
I know, but
hop
it's
down
really
a little
cool.
ways.
Yeah. I just need to go to Florida myself.
Yeah, while you're there.
Mimi's going to leave a little early and go to the beach. Yeah. So what can I do for you, Alex?
Okay, so this question is about my brother. He's a dentist and he has his own practice, but he wants to grow, and he bought a property and he's been trying to build the office from scratch there, but it's been obstacle after obstacle for like the last 6 years.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And I don't know if he should stop trying, or if he's doing things wrong, if you could see something in the energy around it. I don't know.
Okay. Well, he's so lucky to have you, to care so much for him and wish him well. Has he hired other dentists to work with him?
No, he's not. He's been very stubborn about that.
You can't do that. If you want to grow, if anybody wants to grow their business, you have to hire people to help you. It's absolutely 100% necessary, because first of all, you're not going to have the energy to grow your business while you're taking care of your patients or your clients. Exactly. It's impossible. And people can feel it when their dentist is exhausted or their healthcare provider. He has to hire people to work in the office. Then the business can grow and everyone can have more money to share with. They don't have to be equal partners or whatever. I don't know what the circumstances totally need to be. I mean, he could even hire some dentists who are really good. He will hire people with great integrity, because he has great integrity himself. That's why he doesn't want to share the platform. But you have to have people hire you. I would not be able to do the work I do if I didn't have people taking care of me. So I have obviously my assistant, but I have contractors, that actually do a lot of work for me that I absolutely cannot do. I cannot do it and do what I love to do. So he has to hire people to help him.
And I think that's his main problem.
Right. So here's the other thing. You're going to have to let go of trying to help your brother, because your brother is extremely stubborn. You've given him excellent advice and he refuses to listen to you.
Yes.
Right. So maybe you even say, I've given you excellent advice. You're refusing to listen to me. So please don't complain to me anymore until you actually maybe contemplate the great advice I've given you.
I agree.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I do think eventually he will hire people, but it might be 2 more years down the road.
Yeah, that's what I think, that it's going to take him time for him to do it on his own without us pushing him to do it. You know what I mean?
So you're really intuitive, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you work in the intuitive world?
I want to do mediumship. I'm going to start a course in 2 months.
Yay! Congratulations. I'm so proud of you.
Thank
yes.
you.
Wonderful. Yeah, you've got it rocking, because when you can help the people you love, it means you're really, really good, because you have to get out of the emotional complexities of.
That's the hard part.
It's the hard part. I even have a hard part with that. I do give my kids good advice, but maybe it's not as direct
Exactly.
as it needs to be for them because I'm kind of emotionally connected. Yeah. So good job. Congrats.
Okay. Thank
All
you.
right. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right. Thanks, Alex, for joining the show. 877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We're at our last break of the hour. We'll take that right now, and we'll be right back with more from Marie.
Manifesting techniques are extremely powerful and rewarding and actually work. But what makes them work better and faster is running your energy at a very high vibration. I will begin to teach a brand new course beginning on April 19th. This is an 8-week course at a much lower fee than my 12-week coaching courses, called Shift Your Vibration and Manifest. Well, you will learn incredible manifesting tools while you practice raising your vibration and allowing the things that you desire to come into your life effortlessly. This will be such a fun, fast-paced course that we will be delighted and inspired by all the wonderful things that people will create during this 8-week time period. You don't want to miss this. I don't want to miss it. I can't wait. Sign up now at energyintuitive.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mike Lenore with your health tip of the day from the African American Wellness Project. Prostate cancer is the most common cancer for men. African American men are more at risk. That's primarily because it's often diagnosed when it's more advanced. The good news is that diagnosed early, most prostate cancer can be treated effectively. If you're a man over 50 or have a family history of prostate cancer, talk to your doctor today about a test. For more information, visit aawellnessproject.org.
Hello, I'm super excited to be teaching my very first 8-week course all about your spirit guides, titled Come Meet Your Spirit Guides. It will be a fabulous, fun-filled 8-week course of delight through which we will encounter your devoted guides. Unlike my small coaching classes, this is brand new. We will have a much larger class open to many students and available for a much lower fee. Students will have access to a magical learning page that will include a welcome video, access to the course workbook, weekly course recordings and greetings, as well as some more magic or bonus type content. This class will kick off on February 6th. Visit the online courses tab of energyintuitive.com for more information and to secure your spot. I can't wait for you to meet your spirit guides.
Make it a great day. Keep your dial on Alternative Talk 1150.
Big and bright is
Love that song. And welcome back to the Manuchehri Show. We are live here in Seattle. And beginning next week, I will be teaching an advanced course on the Shift Network, Unlock Your Multisensory Abilities. So if you ever want to really expand into the multisensory world, feel your connection to the divine, understand your natural gifts and talents, your abilities to connect to spirit guides, departed loved ones, all of those things have a lot to do with your perception. Yes, your vibration and your frequency, but your perception, how you see things, how you allow your mind to view things. So this beautiful 12-week course on the Shift Network begins Tuesday, January 10th, and it will go obviously on for 12 weeks, where you're going to learn how to shift your perception so that you can have this multisensory connection, which is normal, by the way. The whole human race is expanding their awareness and their consciousness to be, to have this beautiful normalized unity with the multisensory world. That's where you get the greatest advice ever. The best advice I ever get is from the spirit world, not necessarily from humanity. So you definitely want to go to energyintuitive.com, go to the online course tab and sign up for this fabulous 12-week course. You will love it. I'm super excited.
All right, 877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. If you're just tuning in, let's take now. We will have Sherry calling in from New York. Hi, Sherry. Welcome to the show and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. How are you guys?
Good.
We're great. Thank you. What can I do for you?
You know, I have spent the last several years sort of shifting my priorities to myself doing a lot of work on my intuition. I recently moved across the country, left my job, bought my first house,
Wow.
stepped away from a lot of intense family stuff. And then I've spent the past few months interviewing for many jobs, using what if questions. It's the first time in my life I have not gone into panic mode and applied for 100 different things.
So proud of you. So proud of you.
And this morning I found out that I didn't get one of the jobs that I was so sure that I was going to get. And it totally knocked me for a loop. And I am feeling like, okay, acknowledge this human experience and disappointment that I'm going through, and keep holding on. But I'm really looking for maybe just a little bit of guidance, looking at my energy. I've been working a lot with my guides, but maybe I'm not getting everything from them. And I'm wanting career direction and maybe just some comfort.
Yeah, of course. Well, luckily, Mars, which is the planet of action, which has been retrograde since October, which is kind of unusual. It's usually not retrograde that long, is going direct on January 12th. So a lot of things that have been kind of on the sidelines or have been kind of wacky, even some people who have a lot of Mars in their chart and they felt kind of tired, that's going to change. It's going to go direct on January 12th. So a lot of things could happen at that time. But here's my question for you. You're a great employee, whomever you work for is blessed to have you. You work really hard and you're very devoted to whomever you work for. But have you ever thought about working for yourself? Because I just don't think you want to jump through everyone's hoops.
Yeah.
Agreed?
Yes.
You don't want to. You're just kind of tired of it. So
yeah, and I've spent these past few months in these intense interview processes and in between doing absolutely nothing and sort of imagining what Marie Manuchehri would say, like, good for you, you're taking this time for yourself. And then also worrying, like, just being really lazy and unsocial.
Well, this could be related to Mars because it popped up in my head when I'm talking to you. You might have some planets in Mars, right? Like Scorpio and Aries have Mars aspects, but astrology is very complicated. And, there could be, Mars could be in different aspects of your chart that I would have no idea about. So you're not being lazy. You're working really hard on these interviews and they are not energizing you. You're not feeling energized by these experiences. And this is what happens to when people don't pay attention to their own, and I'm not saying you aren't paying attention, but I'm just saying in general, when people don't pay attention to their energy, they keep doing things that deplete them. And that's a sign. That's a sign like, no. So I'm glad you rested in between these very complicated interviews. I know the interviewing, one of my children has been interviewing for months and months and months. She finally got a job. That's why she moved to North Carolina. She left academia and moved into the industry aspect of her, of the type of research that she does. And so I know how complicated they are. And so you weren't lazy, you were resting, you were recuperating your energy so you could do it again. And I think you should seriously consider, sorry for that loud again. I think you should seriously consider working for yourself because you want freedom, you want independence, you want to be able to work from home and go down to your favorite coffee shop and get a soy chai latte or whatever it is that you drink and sit in the sun and not be hurried in your life. You're kind of done with that.
That's true.
So nothing's wrong. You're just getting clarity. It doesn't mean you don't, if you need to go get a job to help yourself during this time, fine, but get one that's going to be fun and interesting and playful so you can keep your energy up while you do something independently that brings you great joy.
It's funny. I have thought about going into hospice work, becoming a chaplain, going to seminary, and looking at different jobs that would give me the space to do that.
Yes, space. That's beautiful. So try not to go get the big corporate job where you have a ton of responsibility. Go get something that's going to give you the resources that you desire while you also figure out what else you want to do. You're in a beautiful moment of your life. You like you said, you moved across the country, you got rid of some family entanglements, you bought your first home. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. So stay on the role of your personal joy rather than accomplishments based on human limited perception about what that really means.
And do you see anything in my energy, any leaks and anything that my guides might have?
You had a leak in the fourth vortex, which is just probably just the loss of how come I didn't get that job, which is really a blessing. You did not get that job. It's such a good thing you didn't get that job. Yeah. You know, I held on to my nursing license for over 20 years, even though I haven't worked in a hospital in 20 years, over 20 years. I've had a full-time career, you know, doing what I do now and what I really, really love. And I finally let go of it. I'm like, I don't need this license. I'm not going to go back to nursing. And if I do, I can just take a refresher course and get a license, but it's not going to happen. So I think you've made enough shifts and changes in your life that you have to stay in the shift, because that's where everything is for you, not in the history.
Do you have a what if question for me?
Pardon?
Do you have a what if question for me?
What if I'm completely and totally on my path and magic is happening constantly, and I am delighted and in complete joy and grateful for my magnificence?
That's beautiful.
Okay.
Thank you so much. It's lovely.
You're welcome. Congratulations. Have a great day.
Yeah, thanks for joining the show. 877-825-8828. We'll travel back to Oklahoma. We have now Lori joining us.
Oklahoma's popular today.
Oh, sorry about that. I actually grabbed the wrong line. So hang on one second. Let me grab Lori. She's on this line. All right. Thank you very much, Jen. Lori, are you there?
I am.
Hi. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Lori. What can I do for you?
Hi, Marie. I could have like 1,000 questions, but we're going to go with one.
Okay, thank you.
I think let's focus on career. It was kind of similar to your last caller. I've had just like a major like activation, and I'm just really like going into my own as far as the multisensory world, and I love it. And I know that that's kind of my long-term path and what I'm wanting to do. But I have a new job that's going to be starting in a week, and it's kind of back in the field that I have been. I kind of feel like I'm in this weird karmic loop cycle of working for marketing agencies. And so I just don't know if it's like I'm supposed to be going into that, or I just kind of feel like I need to be making some money and doing some stuff like that before the full multisensory career gets up in.
Of course. I understand. You know, I understand the practical aspects of, you know, resources, right? We live in a third dimensional space. We have to buy food. We have to, you know, buy toilet paper, you know, like there's things we have to do. So I understand that. What I would do, and this is going to sound like weird advice, potentially, just like our last caller, you give your all in your jobs. Agreed?
Agreed.
Very devoted. These are the type of people, you're the type of person, and people like that are really good at actually having their own businesses, because they will put their energy then towards something that they love even more, which will be really exciting. So I'm going to ask you to do something. I'm going to ask you to put like 80% into the job, maybe 75 even.
Okay.
Which will probably be what everybody else will be doing. And I know you pride yourself. I get it. I'm definitely one of those people. I would go to work blessing the hospital, the entire hospital, every doctor, every nurse, every lab technician, everyone who worked in the cafeteria, you know, like that's just the type of people we are, empaths and old souls. We care about everyone, and we want everyone to have a good day and a good outcome, you know? So, but I think it's time for you, since that's not really where you're going to be, is that you need to put less energy into helping someone else have enormous success in their career, you know, in their huge corporations, and put more energy into yourself. So if you could take it down, you know, 50% to make it 75, because I think you put so much into it, it's over 100%. You could just give 75% of your energy or less to work. I think you'll be happier. You'll figure things out faster. You won't have to recoup from losing your energy while you go to your new job. And I think things are going to move really fast for you, very rapidly.
Awesome. So how does the energy system look? And because I feel like I'm taking in a lot, but
you're taking energy into every chakra except for your fifth. So you have a tiny leak in the second, but the second's a really good size. And the leak that I typically see these days, I think is still related to the pandemic. Like even when I flew to North Carolina, I wore a mask 98% of the time that I was on the airplanes, you know, and just because I have little kids and thus far I haven't had COVID that I know of anyway, you know, that I know of. So your energy looks great, but you have to start speaking your truth more. You have to start saying how you feel, even when people don't understand what you're talking about. It's not about pleasing other people or get them to understand you. It's about expressing your authentic self in a genuine manner.
Yeah, that is definitely something I have ramped up.
Okay, good. And Benny's giving me all the signs. I have to go now. I have to go. Thank you, everyone, for listening. We wish everyone a happy new year. We truly appreciate your questions. And of course, if you don't call in for listening or watching the show, and go to energyintuitive.com, sign up for classes. They're going to be fun and they'll like push you in the next level of consciousness. Thank you, Benny. Thank you, Jen. Bye-bye, everybody. Joyful blessings.